Come along today where I install new air filters on my 2023 Tesla Model 3. Let's go. So two things up front. First, if you don't want to do this yourself, you can have Tesla do it for about $60. They'll actually come right to your house or your work and get it done. Or if you want to spend about $20, it's about a 1 out of 5 on a scale of how tough it is to install. So it's super easy, 20 bucks, watch my video and easily do it yourself. Anyway, this comes from Amazon. I'll put a link below. It comes with not only two filters with charcoal, which I like, but also with a pry tool and also a star tool. So there's really nothing else you need to change your filters. So let's get going. This is a 2023 Model 3. First time I have changed these air filters, and you'll see in a few minutes, I probably should have done it earlier because they're pretty rough. Anyway, first by taking your pry tool, or a screwdriver will work as well, and pry what I thought were 3 clips to remove the bottom of the behind the glove box here. So that was 1, and here comes number 2. Keep in mind, I did miss a piece on number 1, so you'll see me circle back and do that one again. But anyway, here is clip number 2. Again, 2 pieces, but it just pries off. You're not going to break it. Now I circle back and just grab that second part of the clip on number 1, right? So I've got 1 and 2 done. Now I go way to the left and pick up number 3. Same thing, pry it apart. Don't worry about it. You're not going to break it. And I honestly thought that was it. I had done this once before on one of my other Teslas, and I remembered 3 clips. But as you see, I am struggling here, and I couldn't figure it out for just a minute. But then it hit me.
There are 4 lights!
That's right, there were 4 clips, not 3. So this is the 4th, way up front by the door. So that is the 4th that you have to grab. At that point, it becomes even easier. You're over like one of the major portions of this installing new air filters project. So there are 2 wires on the bottom of this section. One is the wire for the light, which is this one on the right, and then the one on the left is actually for the little tiny speaker. I've actually done this where you don't remove either of these wires, but this time I figured I would because I wanted to get this piece out of the way, which turned out to be the right decision. So just set that aside. There's the 4 clips that we just removed. Set those aside as well. Now you've got this big piece here on the side. It looks maybe intimidating, but it's not. Grab it from the far right, and you're not going to break these clips. Just pull, pull, pull. I will tell you, it did take me a minute or so because the clip right in the middle, I'll point it out here, there it is, it would just not let go. So it took, again, a minute or 2. I was pulling pretty hard here. I've done this before. I knew I wasn't going to break it, but really had to pull. Your clips hopefully will be easier, but you see that I did get it here with one big tug right in the middle. And let's see, here it goes, come on, and pull. There you go. Anyway, you see, I believe there are 10 clips on the bottom here, and then you just set that aside as well. So here's just a quick view of the bottom, just count 10. Okay, so now we're getting to the heart of the matter. The air filters are way up there at the top, and this is where that tool that came with the kit comes in handy, right? So you just stick it in, unscrew it, speeding up a little bit here, and then you take off just this one little cover here. Okay, easy, right? And then you see the side of the air filter. Now this had been 2 years, and you see me, I'll pull it out, and it is dirty for sure. So probably should have done this a year ago. I actually recommend once a year. I didn't listen to that, and it was 2 years, but here you go. Look at how nasty that thing is. That's the top filter, and if you don't know, there are 2 of them. That's why the kit comes with 2. So that's one, and then there's a little pull tab there, and you lift up and pull straight out, and there is the second air filter. Okay, I'm going to give you a quick zoom in as to why you should do this once a year. Check this out. There were some leaves. There's, I don't know, maybe some sort of furry thing in there. And then, yeah, that's the top. The bottom is usually the dirtier, which is this one here. But they were both pretty bad. Take a look inside these. We're breathing this stuff, people. So let's go ahead and change these out regularly. Okay, so make sure that the airflow goes in the white section and out the gray section, right? So gray toward the driver and passenger, and white toward the front of the car. So basically I'm going to do that now. Just slide it in. Of course, the bottom one has to go in first. Make sure the tab is on the correct side there. It's not a big deal if you flip it around actually, but gray toward the back, white toward the front. I'm going to push this in, and then it'll drop down. I'll kind of push it down. There it goes. No problem. And then the second air filter. They're interchangeable. They're back. They're exactly the same, so it doesn't matter which one you put in the bottom or the top. Anyway, I'm going to put this door back on. I've learned that if you put the screw in before you kind of reach up, because it's a bit awkward, it's much easier. By the way, I have a 2018 Model 3 as well, and there are actually a couple of screws. They made it easier on this 2022, 2023, and forward, but so just one screw. But if you have an older one, if you have 2 screws, it's just a little bit extra work. Okay, here I am pointing out that I like to start in the middle with those 2 big tabs right there in the middle, the ones that were giving me trouble before. Put those in first, right? Just push them in really hard. You'll hear them click. There you go. And then just go ahead and click all of the other ones back in. Pretty darn simple. Here I am just pushing the bottom 2 back in. All that stuff, the leaves and all that, came out of the filter. So you'll see me just do a quick cleanup job here. But before I do that, I'm going to put this top piece back in. So connect the speaker first, the one on the left. You'll see me here. There it is. Connect the right one. And there you go. Pretty simple. Now I'm going to hold it up, make sure that I'm aware of where the holes are. So you'll see me kind of do that, make a small adjustment. I'm going to push it back just a little bit. There it goes. Okay, this is where those 4 clips that you used from before. Again, they're still good. You don't need new clips. You just take the old ones and put them back in. And I'm starting here from the right side. By the way, this is these 2-part clips. They come in and they kind of hold together, and then it takes just a little bit of a tug to pull them apart. But you can just do that all day. They're not going to break. Okay, let's put the 4 back in. Starting with this one here. Okay, here's number 1. They go in really simple, by the way. Don't worry about it at all. Number 2 is coming up right behind. There it is, right in front. Guess I chose to do that easier one because it's easier to grab. Okay, that's number 2. Here comes number 3 right there. Again, they go in easier than they come out. And then finally, number 4 on the left. And guess what? Your project is so close to completion here. Here is where I'm vacuuming up all that nasty stuff that came when I pulled the filter out. Not a big deal. And of course, put the floor mat back in, and then go around to the driver's side of the car, start up the HVAC system. And I think that if your system smelled a little before, it will immediately start smelling better. Give it a day or 2. These new air filters will make it smell great once again. Thanks for watching.